Scientists discover eighth continent that had been missing for 375 years. The new continent is 94% underwater, with just a handful of islands, similar to New Zealand. Zealandia was originally part of the ancient supercontinent of Gondwana. After almost 375 years, geoscientists have discovered a continent that had been hiding in plain sight. The small team of geologists and seismologists has created a newly refined map of Zealandia or Te Reo a Maui, reported phys.org. The researchers found it by using the data obtained from dredged rock samples recovered from the ocean floor. The details of the research have been published in the journal Tectonics. According to a BBC report, Zealandia is a vast continent of 1.89 million square miles, 4.9 million square kilometers. It is around 6 times the size of Madagascar. The team of scientists informed that there are in fact 8 continents, and the latest edition breaks all records, as the smallest, thinnest, and youngest in the world. The new continent is 94% underwater, with just a handful of islands, similar to New Zealand. This is an example of how something very obvious can take a while to uncover, says Andy Tulloch, a geologist at the New Zealand Crown Research Institute GNS Science, who was part of the team that discovered Zealandia, BBC reported. Scientists say that Zealandia has always been difficult to study. Scientists are now studying collections of rocks and sediment samples brought up from the ocean bed, most of which came from drilling sites, others came from the shores of islands in the area. Phys.org reported that the study of the rock samples showed geologic patterns in West Antarctica that hinted at the possibility of a subduction zone near the Campbell Plateau off the west coast of New Zealand. The researchers did not find magnetic anomalies in that area, however, which argues against theories surrounding a strike slip in the Campbell Fault. The newly refined map shows not only the location of the magmatic arc axis of the Zealandia continent but other major geological features as well. Zealandia was originally part of the ancient supercontinent of Gondwana, which was formed about 550 million years ago and essentially lumped together all the land in the southern hemisphere. Instead, the researchers say, Zealandia has been written off for decades as an amalgam of continental fragments and slivers, the wreckage of an ancient supercontinent, Gondwana, which disintegrated when dinosaurs walked the earth. We know Gondwana's orphaned survivors as Africa, South America, Australia and Antarctica. If Mortimer and his team have their way, Zealandia would be added to that list. Just like its former neighbors in Gondwana, the mass that became Zealandia drifted off tens of millions of years ago, the team says. It had the misfortune of being stretched, thinned, and 94% of it submerged, so that when humans came along, they mistook it for the ocean crust. The accuracy and precision of seafloor mapping have improved greatly over the past decades, the researchers say. They say Zealandia meets all the definitions of a continent, a huge, coherent mass that sits above and is distinct from the ocean crust. Zealandia has all the right rocks. It has interconnected and through-going geological provinces, the researchers say. Calling it what it is, the scientists say, would mean much more than just an extra name on a list. It would help us understand the earth beneath our feet, and the parts of it that are not, by exposing a continent unlike any other to more research. For more videos please subscribe to Mad Alogist YouTube channel.